Hook a brother up, Soundwave. My DVR's not working. Oh, what would I do without you? La 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 la. Hey gang, it's that time again, another Zero to Hero review, and being that I was so impressed with BB7's Yes model YM-04, otherwise known as their rendition of MP Ramjet, I decided to also get their rendition of MP Starscream as well, otherwise going by model number YM-03. And as you can see, once again, there's no impressive artwork on the packaging, just a brown box that says Yes model YM-03. And inside you get their rendition of MP Starscream encased nice and snug in a plastic casing like so. Ta-da! Looking nice and tidy and ready to escape out of the packaging and onto my shelf with some of his other peeps. And you'll also get this bag of goodies. Just give me a second. Where are you, bag of goodies? And there they are, with what looks to be his stand or base with some more cool stuff. But for now, let's get him out of the box and onto the review. And here he is, looking like Starscream himself. And at first glance, I really love the highly detailed popping outline etches on his frame. And no, the original MPs don't have that, but I'm really loving it on this guy. I mean, it looks like they really took their time in adding all of those etches, and they really pop out quite nicely on him. From the top of the main hull, right there. Really, really impressive how they managed to do that. To the side of the fin, right there, even down there, and also the side of the cockpit as well. It really looks distinct on top of his light gray paint app. And speaking of this gray looks like it has just a bit more sheen over the original MPs even. I love the magenta blue on the upper fins and the red and white stripes within them as well. Looks very solid if you ask me. The blended red and gray stripe-ish decals on the main wings look quite nice too. But what really impressed me was the sleek type of silver they chose both on his nose right there and the engine there, which leads to his smoky gray exhaust. Looks formidable and very stylish if you ask me. So far, I'm really loving this guy. Now then, if I can find them, there they are. He comes with two pilots, one regular looking pilot and one looking like Dr. Articulation. And let's quickly put the dock in the cockpit like so. One little issue I'm having is the nose half of the cockpit. Right about there. It doesn't seem to want to properly join with the other half, which gives him this split kind of look. Now then, it could be mine's a fluke, or I might be attaching that area incorrectly, but that being said, my S model Ramjet had no such issues whatsoever. So it might be just a fluke on mine, and hopefully not other Yes model Starscreams will have it. Now then, he also comes with this nifty bonus, a Megatron gun, and the attachment that helps hold him in plane mode. He also comes with Decepticon decals, whichever you want to call it, which I'm sure will eventually stick on this guy. And he also comes with these missiles and or heat seekers, Where are they? Right there. And yeah, they look really, really nice. I'm going to attach, just attach one of them to give you a brief insight on how it looks. Just move the null array. There's two little slots there. And that's how it looks. Pretty darn nice. Move that off for a second. Reattach the null array. And like with most MP seekers, third party or KO, he's also got his air brake. Same dealio. Just move that part up. But yeah, cosmetically, he looks decent. At least definitely better than most third party or KO attempts. And let's see, he also comes with this stand with the Decepticon symbol branded into it, which is a nice little extra. Pretty nice. And there's also the other piece to actually help pose him any way you'd like. And one other thing I've noticed, in this fin area, it was pretty sticky, so I'm not sure if during manufacturing some glue was spilled on him or what, but I just found that to be a little bizarre. Otherwise, everything else looks fine. But for now, let's take a quick gander underneath. And yeah, he looks fantastic. Everything looks tight and in place, and the color scheme is really crisp and vibrant, especially when compared to other MP Starscream attempts. Very, very nice. And let's also, one more time, take a gander at the top portion. Once again, very crisp, very clean. This jet mode is a clear pass, and thus far is one of the best MP Starscreams I've seen in jet mode. Other than that little gluey part and then the nose little separation, which I'm going to look into further, he is absolutely fantastic. But yeah, otherwise my impressive meter is quite off the charts. And for a quick comparison, I'm going to bring out BB7's YM-04, otherwise their rendition of MP Ramjet, which, mind you, is an absolute fantastic piece. And there they are. And here's another angle, just because. Looking very nice together. And I'm not sure, but just out of curiosity and for the sake of reviewing them, I should be getting KBB's rendition of Skywarp and Thundercracker. But Conehead wise, I think I'll stick to the Yes Model renditions. And here he is on his stand, and he really does look spectacular. Just floored how they made this guy, especially being that he's a third party / KO. Just make sure to tab him in properly before putting him on any places, or any high places for that matter. Just right in there. Just make sure that he's tabbed properly. Other than my little issues with the cockpit and a little bit of stickiness on the left fin area, which, mind you, I noticed the second I took him out of the packaging, everything else is intact, and cosmetically he truly is impressive in jet mode. And before I transform him, very quickly let's expose his radar inside the cone area. Right there. And you know what, guys? I'm certain you've all seen Seekers transformed after all this time and after so many versions that I'll just fast forward the transformation while rambling on a bit. I think that's fair. So like I said earlier, I'm going to stick to getting the rest of the cone heads via BB7s, because not only do they outshine many other third-party and KO versions, but they truly do give the original MPs a huge run for their money, both quality-wise, cosmetically, and economically. I really don't think you'll find better cone heads to date otherwise. And I know it sounds strange that I'll eventually be putting KBB's Thundercracker and Skywarp beside this Yes model Starscream, but I'm a little happy about that because even though they're all supposed to look the same other than their color scheme, I always felt Starscream should ever so slightly stand out from the rest, and that's simply how I'm going to do it when putting him side by side with the KBB Seekers. Plus I do want to review the KBB versions anyway, and hey, if I'm not pleased, I might simply end up getting the Yes model versions. But at this point, time will tell, but that's the plan for now. Thus far, I'm really liking this BB7 MP Starscream, model number YM-03. And now that he's all transformed up, his articulation includes feet and heels, knee swivel, knees back and forth, all fingers, elbow swivel, elbows back and forth, fully articulated arm sockets. The head can look side to side and up and down like so. The waist is barely articulated, next to nothing. The wings obviously move too, and the null rays as well. I've estimated roughly 30 points of articulation, so that's not too shabby. I mean, that's generally the same for most MP Seekers, third party or otherwise. I mean, overall, he looks glorious. He's kind of got this refreshing look compared to the original MPs. From the paint apps and detail on his body, looking really, really nice, to his perfectly sculpted face, truly impressive. And like with almost all MP Seekers, if we pull up his ram air chest section, we get to see half a dozen rockets on each side, like so. I even love the detail and sticker apps within his trapezoid sections, so to speak. Simply amazing. Really love this guy. I really didn't expect to really love this guy as much as I do. For now, let's bring out, for a change, Combiner Wars Leader Class Skywarp and Combiner's Thundercracker. One looking more IDW and Starscream looking more G1 via MP standards. Other than the slight, let's bring out Thundercracker, other than the slight bulkiness of the Hasbro Leader Class line, not bad otherwise. They're a good substitute in case you don't have MPs. Not bad at all things considering. At least Starscream does stand out there. Not my ultimate plan. My ultimate plan is to get the KBBs, but to go with this Yes model, but not too shabby. And just to make things simple, I'm going to bring out MP Sunstorm. We can use him to represent all the other original MP Seekers via this comparison. But let's make this Yes model Starscream stand up straight first. Which brings me to say he's quite tight. The joints and ratchets are pretty darn solid. So that's a nifty little bonus. I find him a little more solid than most of the originals actually. Alright, let's get Sunstorm finally out there. And there you have it. And although they look great together, I can't get over how much Sunstorm is my overall favorite Seeker. He just looks awesome. Had to sidetrack there. That guy's just so freaking bright. The only real difference I'm finding the tabbing on the back part of the wing there and there, is a tad more cumbersome with the Yes model. It seems like the Hasbro and Takara MP tab a bit better, but it's not that big a deal. Once it's in, it's pretty much secure. So yeah, the YM-03 can blend marvelously with both original MPs and higher end third-party KO versions. And here's a quick side-by-side. Looking very, very nice. And let's do a quick back-to-back comparison. Sorry about that. Looking pretty darn awesome if you ask me. Really love this guy. Love both of these guys actually. Pretty darn cool. Yeah, you really can't go wrong with this BB7. My little issues might be flukes, but yours just might not be. And here is your Majesty himself with the cape, crown, and shoulder attachment to boot. So yeah, he does come with the entire coronation set, and he truly does look majestic. Love him or hate him, the royalty look really works for this pompous yet charismatic, self-proclaimed leader of the Decepticons. Just thought I'd give you guys a closer look, and as you can see, he looks magnificent. And hey, at least he's the leader on Cybertron via the current IDW comics, so that's at least a positive for Lord Highness Starscream. His wish has come true. The final verdict, if you're looking for an equal to possibly better MP seeker than most, I highly recommend this guy. Hats off to BB7 for creating this inspirational version of Masterpiece Starscream, or in this case model YM-03. I myself am more than happy to have this guy in all his glory. The paint apps are crisp, the sculpt is solid, the joints are tight, and the price is right. And you can get him at TF Direct, that's www.tf-direct.com. If you like this review, please sub and comment, and as always, keep it real, even if real means bringing out your toys, is bringing out some fun.